Hi everybody, I'm going to talk about what's on and I'm going to tell you how to style it. So I'm wearing this season's new sport coat. It's made as a Model 15. That's our Florentine style sport coat with no dart on the front. It is in a really unusual fabric by Vitaly Barberis Canonico that is a wool silk mix, and it's got this beautiful big check, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm wearing an Ascot Chang button-down shirt, a pair of Pamela Bespoke trousers in Air Force blue wool. This is actually Draper's Ascot 4-ply, which is one of my favorite trouser materials. I'm wearing a pair of Dwayne loafers in white nubuck, and obviously we can't forget, just because I like showing these things, wearing a Ralph Lauren watch today actually. This is a white gold Ralph Lauren watch, guilloche on the case, guilloche on the dial, and then I had this strap made in a kind of honey colored lizard. But anyway, back to the task at hand. How do you style this? So I feel strongly about this, and this is why I wanted to make a video about it. I love the sport coat. I would love to be able to tell you it's super versatile, and of course it is, blah, blah, blah. But it actually really sings when you put it with blue trousers and white shirts. Like, it works with a lot of other stuff, but honestly, like blue trousers, white shirts, it just looks so good. And if you've never tried this combination before, because surprisingly a lot of people have not, blue trousers, white shirt, and gray sport coat is a really wonderful look. And you can dress it up, you can dress it down, blah, blah, blah. So let's get into it. As I mentioned, big check, blue-gray fabric. Oh, sorry, big check, wool silk fabric. I wanted to point out some of the colors here. So just looking a little bit more closely at the fabric, you get a little bit of silver, you get a little bit of gray, and you get this really nice shade of blue. You know, it's not an electric blue, but it's not a deep navy. It's a ocean blue. It's something that has a little bit more life and pop to it. Now, also as you can see, there's this lovely sort of texture and unevenness to it. And let's start with blue jeans. You know, it is versatile because you can wear it casually. It's just not so versatile in terms of color palette. But I think that with blue jeans, this is a pair of our warehouse washed denim blue jeans. I think blue jeans looks great, and you can of course wear it with a white polo as so, or because the jeans are quite light, you can even wear it with a navy polo as so. If you don't want to do jeans, blue cotton trousers are great as well. And you see just like time and time again, like every time you see blue trousers with that blue check and against the gray, it just looks so good, right? I love that together. Now I want to show you, if that was kind of like the top tier of what you could do with this sport coat, I want to show you some other options. Here we go. These are okay. Right? Like cream, white, I think that's all pretty good because it sits well with the pale silver. And you know, in terms of a shirt, I mean, with the cream you have enough of a gap that you could get away with the white, or otherwise the navy polo from earlier, if I can reach over, that's nice as well. You can wear khaki, and it reminds me a little bit of like an ivy sort of look, but I don't think it's perfect because I don't find the sport coat has any interesting color that's getting pulled out by the khaki. I would though suggest, olive. You just have to be a little careful with the olive. So like our sport chino typically is in this dusty olive, which is not bad. But it's a little bit gray, and maybe it's even a little bit too close to the gray in the sport coat. What I would actually recommend is something that's deeper olive. We might have sold out of this already. This is like down to the last couple of pairs on the shelf. But this is a much deeper shade of olive. You might already have something like this in your wardrobe. And I do find like the olive with that kind of battleship gray here sits really nicely. And obviously it works well with the blue. And if you were to put together an outfit like that, then I would suggest you go back to your navy polo shirt like that. I mean, I think this with like cream or white sneakers, that could be a very nice look together as well. Finally, if you wanted to dress it up, what do? So I got some gray trousers somewhere. They're over there. If you do gray trousers, you of course can. I would just suggest that you make sure it's a gray that's sufficiently dark enough so that there's a little bit of contrast and separation. And I want to show you a few neckties with that. Let's just pretend this polo shirt is a white shirt. The easiest, and for me the most flattering actually, is the is just a navy knit. You know, like I love the way the navy knit bridges all these colors together and adds a little bit of kind of like tranquility to the sport coat. So I do love the navy knit. The nice thing about having these large scale checks though is that it really allows you to play with patterns in the necktie. You know, because the check is so large, you'd be hard pressed to find a motif that's of the same scale. So you'll always have like a difference in the motif scale compared to the sport coat, and that's what allows it to sit together so well. This is quite fun, and I think if you do this, I would swap the trouser out for something a little bit lighter. But I do like that together because I think the squares and the round shapes on the tie sit well together. I also like this. I think that this sport coat with a little bit of gold, a little bit of honey or yellow, that's also an option like that. And finally, this is just visually very interesting. Not for everybody, but visually very interesting, very dandy. And there you go, all right? So that is my little set of recommendations for this particular sport coat. It's available in-store and online. And if you have any other ideas for how else you could put this outfit together, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. All right? Have a great weekend. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.